Hi everyone, it's Saunter Scamper here with you on Thursday, June 7th, 2018. My dreadlocks are 23 months old. This video is going to be about adjustments that I have needed to make to my dreadlocks in terms of after my hair was sectioned, issues I ran into regarding needing to sort of combine some in different areas. Specifically, I want to tell you about the back of the neck. So everyone's got a different hair pattern as far as the shape of your hair, the way it grows on the back of your neck. And I have hair that grows like this way and this way on the sides, and then I have like it goes down in the middle, and then there's some hair that goes on the sides, kind of like actually grows towards my face, kind of, but it doesn't get long enough. That hair, like the outside sections, doesn't get long enough to legitimately go into the dreadlocks. In fact, also because it's growing in this direction, Debbie advised that I do not try to get that into my dreadlocks, or that she didn't want to, and then I tried to, and then I came back for maintenance like 5 weeks in, and she said there is like extra tension coming on to your bottom, this part of your hair / skin / scalp, because you're pulling it from there into the dreadlock when it's not meant to be in the dreadlock. So there was more tension. All right, so I really didn't want my neck hair to be just there. I mean, Debbie has a tendency, she said, she likes it. She doesn't see any problem with like women having neck hair that's not in the dread. She thinks it's just kind of like, you know, kind of like part of the natural look. But I've never liked my neck hair, so I actually wanted to have it shaved, and then I have a home laser system that's a very good one from Amazon, and it works really well on small areas like this, and so I actually wanted to laser that. I just needed to know where the difference was between my dreadlocks and the hair that would be long, that would go into those, and this neck hair, so I needed some help with that. Debbie wasn't wanting to do that. She just didn't feel like she could decide on the lines properly because she didn't really see the aesthetic for it. So anyway, so I ended up, like, my bottom layer of my dreads, she created three there, and then I think across the next up, there's probably 3 or 4 that she made. But I do want to tell you about what happened to the bottom of my neck hairs. The dreads, sorry, the bottom of the neck. Also, I had 3. The ones on each side, even though I had let the actual neck hair that grows forward, I had let that out of them and just started shaving it, having someone else do it, actually shave it, and then use the laser hair removal on that. So it wasn't growing back very much. Didn't realize that the head, there's 2 heads for my laser hair removal system. One is for face and one is for body. And it's hard to really see what the difference is until you read, and the owner's manuals for these things don't tell you the answers to the really important, I feel, questions that I need to know about stuff. The owner's manuals are never very good in this country. I don't know how it is in other countries, but they tell you stuff that doesn't really answer your questions. They tell you basic stuff, and sometimes not so well. So I didn't realize that the difference, a big difference for them, the one for the face is made to focus the laser light down onto your skin more than the one for the body. So I was using the one for the body on the back of my neck because I didn't realize the difference, and I thought, well, I'm going to save the one for the face for like the face. I didn't know the difference except for the shape of the head. Well, so what I believe was happening is that when I was using the laser, when I was having someone else use it on me even, like on that part that I want to get rid of the neck hair that goes forward, that doesn't get long enough to go into dreads, I was using it on the section that the hair I want to get rid of, but because it was made for the body area, it wasn't just focusing it there. It kind of like had a little bit of a, I don't know if, like it some of the laser went onto my hair that was supposed to go into my dreads, that was in my dreads. So about 7 months ago, I realized that the dreads here, the bases of these dreads, the 2 on the outsides, very bottom, were getting thinner at the base. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? I mean, like really thin. And I didn't lose them. They didn't come off, but I was worried they would. And also they were a little bit uncomfortable because of the base was so skinny. So I'm going to show you, because I've saved some of my dreads that I either chose to remove and grow out again. Okay, so I've actually saved these. So the one on the bottom, I guess it's this side, yeah. It didn't fall off. I actually decided to trim it off, and I didn't trim it close to the scalp. I like left some length because I wanted to regrow it out longer and then reattach this. So this is the one. See how long it is? This doesn't have any extension attached. This was the bottom of the bottom one. But this part here was getting so skinny, and I was just really getting worried that it was going to fall off sometime when I didn't know it. And the hair around the base wasn't growing anymore as densely. So I figured it was because of the laser, and I was hoping it wasn't permanent, because that laser, you know, isn't permanent if you do it just one time. So anyway, I decided to cut it off, save it for later, maybe reattach it later, and just let all that hair, neck hair, grow out. Because, I mean, yeah, the next time I use the laser on my neck hair back there, it's going to be someone else that can see well, not just me looking in a mirror. And two, it's going to be the one made for the face, which doesn't, which is just more focused down straight on the skin. So it's going to glance off and accidentally make some of my hair that's supposed to go into my dreadlocks stop growing. So anyway, I had been letting it grow out for about 8 months, not shaving, not lasering, anything of my back of my neck. So now I want to show you what I have here, because last night I decided, after trying to incorporate it, the one on one side, this side, into the dread, that there was the other one on the other side I hadn't cut off, but it was getting super skinny. So I was trying to figure out what to do, and I've been trying to incorporate the hair that has been regrowing into that dread, but the base is so skinny that there's hardly anything to pull it into. So I'll show you, if you can see here, hopefully. I have my hair up for this purpose. So you can see here, this, what I did with this side, because this side, okay, so what I did was, so the one in the middle was doing okay. I took the one from this side that I had not cut off, and I took it and I actually did what I do when I combine two dreads. I wrapped it around in a spiral and put a bunch of temporary rubber bands, silicone rubber bands, around it, especially at the base and all the way up. Then I took the new growth that I could get into that combination there. I took that and I crocheted it in there. So I did that. Then, instead of trying to get this stuff over here to actually go into a dread, or, because I mean the dread it was supposed to go into was the one I incorporated into the middle one. Well, so instead of that, I had all this extra hair growing out. I took the one above it, the dreadlock above it, and I just pulled as much as I could in from down here into that dread. And I crocheted it in. It was about 2.5 inches long at least. Crocheted it into the base of this dread, and then I put a bunch of silicone rubber bands on it after I put the Naughty Boy gel, tropical titanium gel, on there to kind of hold it together for now, to try and keep it in. And then what I'm really going to do is I'm going to have someone that knows how to do it, shave this, and we might laser it. We'll probably put someone's hand across it, this part. So what I haven't done yet is this side, which is the one that I cut off, this side dreadlock, about 8 months ago. I cut this off, and I was trying to grow it out and see how long it would get, and then reattach that one I showed you. But now that I decided to do this, put the hair that's there, instead of going into its own dreadlock, put it up into the next one above, I'm going to do that with this one too. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to incorporate it into the dread above. So basically my bottom layer of dreads is going to be just that one there in the middle. This is where I started to read about undercuts, which undercuts I've seen a couple people do, and it's on the sides. And it's for fashion, various things, but I mean, it's for fashion. I never saw it as this kind of practical purpose. I mean, it's for practical purposes for them too, but I don't really feel personally like it's very feminine. It's kind of punky, which isn't unfeminine. It's just not for what I want to have undercuts on the sides or anything that you can see it growing out, but shorter. But I started researching undercuts for the back and for females. And so what I found is this, well, I looked at a few different ones, but people have different shapes of what they do for an undercut in the back with dreadlocks and without, but also people with dreadlocks, and also different shapes as far as the neckline, and different shapes like regarding if they're going with the way that their natural neck hair grows or not. Because they're not trying to laser it off. They're just making it just the design, actually. So I found one that I really liked because I was looking for ones that have hair that still goes down the middle, since that's kind of like the type of hairline I have on the back of my neck. I was thinking that this one was really pretty and cute. And the way, I mean, it's still edgy, but kind of, you know, subtle. Would definitely grow in, out, or whatever. And feminine. And also kind of goes with the shape of my hairline on the back of my neck, because my hairline goes down in the middle and up there. So anyway, so I mean, I'm still gonna have some hair that's coming out that's not gonna go into those dreads that I showed you there, but I'm gonna get that trimmed. But I was just wondering if I should laser it or not. I'm not sure. I don't think there's quite enough gonna grow now that I'm getting so much of it in, but some of it to do a special design or anything. But never know, because once I've incorporated it, and it's kind of tight back there actually, just to keep it in that. And if it starts to come out on its own, it means it's supposed to come out on its own, like of the dreadlock. And so I might just do some fancy undercut instead of just lasering it all off. But I do still want the stuff that's growing like right here towards my face. I still do want to get that lasered. I'm just going to have somebody do it for me, because I had them using my home system on myself, and that wasn't a good idea. I know that wasn't a good idea. All right, so I don't think that a lot of people that have dreadlocks really care that much about it being super tidy. I think that a lot of black people that have dreadlocks seem to really care about it being tidy, and I don't know. I mean, it's a generalization, obviously. It's wrong, but I just think that it just depends on what's expected of you, and like your lifestyle or your career and stuff regarding, like, you've got dreadlocks. So what do you like it to look like now that you've got dreadlocks? Some people, a lot of people don't get maintenance, and I do my own maintenance because I enjoy doing it. But you know, a lot of people really like it to be really tidy and scalp showing, but a special design, and that's fine. So the undercut thing is something I did in high school. I had a straight hair ponytail, like, you know, that was a style back then. I graduated from high school in 1994, so I don't know. I'm 42 years old. But we did do undercut on the back for a ponytail, to wear a ponytail. And so it was like, you know, we cut, like buzzed it from here down. We didn't do anything fancy. We didn't do any designs because we didn't have anything except a regular clippers. But if you have anything like yourself, or you buy them on Amazon, you like get the ones that you should buy on like information on them from barber how-to videos on YouTube, then you can find out about how to do those things on each other. But I think that's fun, and I'll do another video about that, what I've been doing regarding learning about barber techniques and like tools and things like that. But so a lot of people really don't care, or they want to do it on themselves, or basically get someone else to do it for them. But if you're a woman that has neck hair and you don't really like it or aren't into it when your hair's up, I don't know. I get a lot of flack on here for not being like relaxed enough about the way stuff looks naturally, but just, I'm not really that kind of dreadlocker. I'm not really into the ultra natural stuff. I'm kind of more into dreadlocks the way they are for me and the way they fit into my lifestyle. And it is that I like things to look a little bit more tidy and more edgy in a way that I feel comfortable with my style. All right, well, I will talk to you guys soon.